How we doing?
Jay, how are you?
Good. Am I supposed to be sticking that out because I'm supposed to hold it? Or?
No, I'm gonna hold it.
I can only do one thing at a time, talk. So.
Coach, how's it been a few days?
It's been good. We've had 3 really good workouts. Guys have been working hard, busting their tails. Happy with the effort and the attitude, and I think they've picked up where they left off in terms of the learning curve and doing a good job picking up on the defense.
You and Chris Ash both kind of said last spring at this time the linebackers were kind of a mess. Any different this year? I mean, I know there's a lot of injuries.
There are some injuries, but the guys that are in there are doing a good job, and certainly they're light years ahead of where they were a year ago at this time, as they should be. That's an expectation that that they've met. The question is between now and practice 15, how far we can push forward from there.
Who gets an opportunity if Maddox Williams is out and Trevor Morris is limited? Who gets an opportunity this spring?
Well, everybody's getting reps. There's not a guy that's playable from a medical perspective that won't get reps. So Ross Douglas moved from the secondary up to the Sam/nickel position. And so he's been with us at that spot for a couple of days now. He's off to a good start. Brandon Russell was there at the end of the year when we had that rash of injuries at the Sam spot. And so he's already been practicing there. And then again, at the other positions, all the guys who are in the depth are getting reps.
How's Rashawn Battle doing with this being his first real spring?
Good. He's off to a good start. He's made some good plays early. Had an interception the first day, making some good physical plays at the line of scrimmage. Learning because he's a year or two behind all these other guys in terms of experience in the program, but he's off to a good start.
You lost a couple of veterans off the D-line. How does that unit look right now?
Well, today's really the first day I think you could get a fair evaluation on that, just because we weren't in pads. So practices 1 and 2, it's more about assignments. Are they in the right gaps? They understand responsibilities, that type of thing. So I'll better be able to answer that question after we get through watching this film. But there's certainly some athleticism there. There's some explosiveness there. And I think that those guys continue to progress and improve like I would expect. They'll be a really solid group.
Just one quick follow-up. Chris was really talking up. He was very impressed with the offseason that Kamoko had. Where do you see him right now?
Kamoko's very athletic. He's a special talent. There's no question about that. Unfortunately, last year it was probably at least the middle of the season before he was healthy enough even to do all the things that a normal D lineman would be able to do. So the off season was a real critical period for him, and he did a nice job. He worked hard in the weight room, did all the right kinds of things with Coach Parker that he needed to do. That's translated over onto the field so far. Again, if he progresses and improves like he should, given the amount of reps that he's going to take, I expect a really good year for him.
Getting back to the linebackers, you have a bunch of freshmen coming in. Is it conceivable they could start? How difficult is it to grasp the system and come in right away?
I think it's hard for any freshman to do that. I mean, it's tough. The transition from high school to college is a tough one to make, but they're going to come in here with an opportunity to show what they can do, and if they're good enough to compete, then we'll give them the opportunity to win a spot if they're capable of doing it. If not, then they won't. But that's just something the competition will have to settle.
Okay. What makes Ross Douglas the right guy to do that? Obviously, there's a need, but why him? What about his skill set or his ability makes him the right guy to move down?
Well, there's a couple things that factored into that. One, he did it last year when we had all the injuries towards the tail end of the season. We had slid him into the Sam spot, and so he had some reps there, and he had some reps as a nickel, which has some similarities and some carryover to the Sam position too. So that had something to do with it, and he's really a very football savvy kid. Understands the game. And is quick to pick up on things, and he gives us a little bit different skill set out there in terms of pass coverage that you don't see in a typical linebacker. So all those things combined, it made sense for us to do that.
Did he add any weight to transition to that role?
Not really, because just what he typically did in the off season as a DB was what it was, because we didn't even make this decision until right before the first practice.
How do you feel about the depth you have in the secondary, being able to move guys like Ronnie or Ross up a level to linebacker?
Well, we're thin back there. There aren't a lot of guys. The sheer numbers are not large back there. So we got to be calculated. It's not like we can afford to move a handful of people, nor do we need to or want to really from that perspective. So I think we're settled in where we're at and in pretty good shape if things stay as they are.
Jay, what kind of role has Bill Bush been for you? Like, how much has he helped you so far as co-defense coordinator with you?
Oh, he's a great coach. He's got a great track record. He's a lot of fun to work with. I enjoy working with him every day. So our business as usual is where we are in the office and out in the field. But like every coach, he's contributed in different kinds of ways. And coverage end of it, of course, since he's a DB coach, and a lot of great special team stuff that he does for us. But I really enjoy Bill, and he's going to have a lot of input into what we do.
Chris was saying something about how an effort to be a little more multiple in the front seven this year, maybe some 3-4, 4-3, just to get the best guys on the field. Where did that come from, and how different is that than what you guys were doing last year?
We got into some of the stuff that we're doing last year a little bit more on third down. Now it's become a little bit more first and second down oriented in terms of the front structure. But we're still a 4-3 team as far as our base. That's what we do. That's what we hang our hat on. Other things that we do will be variations or deviations off of that.
With this spring with Deontay, with some of the moving parts around him, how big is it as a spring for him to be a leader, and what kind of growth have you seen in him?
He's not within earshot. Oh, he's done a great job. Probably you could ask a number of coaches, any of the strength coaches, Coach Ash, myself, anybody who's had any kind of pulse on it. He probably had one of the best off seasons of any player on our football team, and that's translating over into production on the field in spring practice. And he's just busted his tail and had a great attitude. I think he realized that with his own play as well as the quality of where we were defensively at the end of the season, it wasn't where we wanted it or needed it to be, and gone to extreme measures on his part to push in the right direction and really get things going. And I really can't say enough good things about all the hard work he's put into himself.
Coach, is there anybody who really caught your eye the first 3 days of practice?
Well, the guy who jumps out at you is Komoko, just because he's so athletic and long. I mean, he runs right by people on the field when he's chasing the ball down. It doesn't matter what position they play. But it's really early. We just got to watch guys and evaluate. I know there's a lot of things that are happening in the D-line, particularly with the interior guys. Just really hard until you get pads on to say whether or not they're jumping out at you the way they want to. And I think after we watch practice today, we'll get a little bit better feel for that. So really all the guys are doing a nice job, though, working hard, hustling.
Thanks, Coach. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay.